get any more? Emo does not have much regen.
They have none. Like Disruptor has 0 as well. He's just gonna have to play around flag bearer creeps and just morphing down with 6 charges for some time. And that means,
oh my god. That's first blood. Felix Chauba manages to clean that one up. So down bottom, I mean, at least he's going to get to bring some regen back.
Yeah, honestly, maybe not even that bad of a death because of that.
He did a little bit there by that Mirana. That was really nice.
That's just such an over-aggressive snowball play. You know he has all 3 leap charges. He hasn't used them, so have to be very careful.
And Dust still sitting very low. They glimpse back again, and maybe they can go into Alacrity, but the toss back up onto the high ground. Nobody to really punish there. One tower shot, Dust down low. Ooh. It does end up becoming a trade. All heroes coming mid.
Before the power rune, too. It's like 6 minutes now. It's going to hit. Both of the mids are dead. So who's going to get the rune? It'll be. They really want to push Flyby out. They're just thinking he has too good of a game.
And this is nice. A nice way to control onto him. Waveform in. Couple more hits. The silence is out along with that damage. Flyby down low, living for forever. This anchor smash. I mean, he's still alive, but eventually goes down. Gust to show why that can be a pretty good pick.
Yeah, and he skipped, if you looked at his skill build, he didn't have Ravage, so he had 2 points in Kraken, which is blocking all that additional damage with the Anchor Smash reduction. Mid.
Avalanche dodged. Throws out Sticky Bomb. Dust going to connect onto Alacrity. Tosses.
Big
server is breaking. It will bring down the Disruptor Pulse and tries to get away. And a little hideaway. Maybe he actually can get out of there.
3 seconds on the stun. He's a little speedy because Taser
does have Stick and Fairy Fire, so he's fine to go. CJ gonna get dropped. So 4-4. Kind of a brawly little start in this one.
Yeah. Moves in are ended up working out for IG. They're not pressuring the Spectre though, right?
They can also TP in more if they need to. Diving back behind. Avalanche ready, and yeah, that TP's coming in. Felix Chauba there. They find one. Snowball into both. Arrow to follow. Connects onto Dust. Paulison is going to get chased, but they get fogged. There you over there as the chase comes down and they kill off XCJ. Dust in some trouble here too. And eventually, the gank that went top falls apart completely.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a costly one too. It's like even the Tide can TP eventually too, so it's a pretty over-aggressive dive that IG tries to go for.
That DD rune ready to go if things get a little bit spicy.
Yep, I think he's got his Falcon Blade coming soon too. Yep.
And Disruptor, a little off the mark there. Do they kill him here? They drop down the Disruptor Static Storm. They have a Sentry Ward down, but leap away again. No way out of that one. XCJ just drops the ulti though. Dust and Disruptor both gonna fall here. They drop multiple ultis.
Oh, what a play.
Oh, wow. Dude, Felix Chauba and baiting people into bad situations.
What a heads-up play, though. For XTJ's just like, there's no stuns. Let's go, baby.
He gets the strength form off. And it might not be enough still. The hits are there, but Emo, he just walks away. Strength form gets him out. And Knights, they're not able to connect.
Definitely dead if he doesn't get it off, but quick fingers. He's all right. They look like they want more, though. They're still going to try.
Okay, can't strength form. Alacrity. Also gets hit. They're thinking about going in here. The blast off. A lot of damage onto Alacrity. The CM ulti is going to destroy them, though. Ego ready to the side. He's punching away, trying to kill off Emo. Flyby is nearby. With the gush, they clean up. So 3 for 1.
These freezing fields, my God. It's like perfect situation. Gets them all around him. Good rego. Alacrity, he the faster Roche at the moment, but they're actually going for the Helm creep.
It's a big one. Dust doesn't really like that much. Disruptor ulti down, still living through this with the pipe, keeping him alive, and Ego just ready to run. But a miss on the silence. Paulison didn't connect onto the Tide. They find 1 kill. Can they find more? Irving, he's been pulled in with that snowball. Alacrity toss back onto Dust. The CM ulti did a good chunk of damage, and everybody's still alive except for that CM Tidehunter getting lower and lower on Flyby. Eventually, Emo takes him down. Ego has to back out. Snowball in from Dust. He had the DD the whole time. Ava toss. Isn't enough damage, though. Alacrity can't quite get it. Everybody's so low. They didn't get the Disruptor. They didn't get any of them.
Huge.
Oh, my God.
Huge from IG. Just like resetting and positioning himself with the heal. Quite tanky. Have to find an angle to get back there. And they have the haunt, of course, in 20 seconds, so he can't always find those squishy supports for them to jump. And Flyby does have Blink this time around, so could be a different scenario.
Dust. Mid. They decide to jump to him. Arrow connects. Paulison to interrupt. It's not enough to keep him alive, and in fact, He might just go down. CM ulti over in the trees. Flyby still living through that one.
Polison's alive too.
They get Disruptor ulti. It connects. Not really enough for the kill, but Tiny Avatar Ravage combo. Flyby wasn't having any of that. Jump in from Felix Chauba finds another. BKB comes far too late, but that's Aegis down.
Big play from Knights. I mean, they force so much reaction. They get like one opening where they stack and boom, both.
And with that in mind, they're going to head right now up towards top. No Aegis, doesn't really matter. And with this Ravage on cooldown, they feel like they can make something happen here, but can they get the kill? Disruptor ulti onto the Tide. Do they have the damage? Snowball in, still trying to bling by Flyby. He manages to go down there. They also kill off Paulison. So a little bit of a wraparound coming from Alacrity. It's a punish on his Southeast Asian brother.
He's stuck here, Alacrity. He's getting controlled by Dust.
And now the turn, Avalanche on Avalanche. Emo tries to bring him down, but the glimpse back is there. And they're gonna find and kill Alacrity too. XCJ has to run away.
And they bring it back. Emo gets a couple kills and a tower last hit.
Very well done.
Great use of just taking advantage of those cooldowns being there, right? Ravage coming back in 5 seconds, Spectre ult in 15. They moved very aggressively and didn't even use, but the outpost gets taken, so they know now that IG's down there.
Yeah, just a little early on that move by IG, not able to catch the gank squad coming. And in fact, if they're not careful...
Oh my god, they have that ward still. It's on Emo.
They see him. This is... Oh, Disruptor there to break it, but they get him just in time. They drop the Ravage. Connects actually onto Dust. It managed to hit him. They've got Tendrils. Dust is gone. That was just barely on the edge there, and now Emo, he's got to run. If he's not careful, the follow-up could come swiftly.
Oh man, Emo
instant Roche.
Straight to Roche. That's what they have to do. But I do think Knights can even still look to fight around this without their Haunt and Ravage. It's gonna be difficult, but
Paulison, Tendrils connects onto the Techies. Gotta be careful. This fight's not easy. Emo in, taking it down low. The arrow gonna get blocked. Avatos dead on Paulison. They brought it down to so low.
Ooh. Paulison in a very aggressive position there.
This is really scary. Are they going to feel confident going into this one? Again, great vision is going to be in the area because of that Beastmaster. They killed the Hawk before, but now they have it. Roche down to really low. The jump in from Dust already got him. Disruptor ulti down on top of the Spectre. Can they get Roche in time? No! Spectre's going to die. IG are going to get this. Paulison with
Felix
the
gets
stun. Oh, Felix! Choppa! He gets it!
How he gets out!
That is insane.
He got the shard and the Aegis, and he survives.
What in the hell?
I mean, okay, he's kind of salvaged his thing there. A great jump from IG, though. Full commitment. Emo will be able to knock on the door.
Big jump in. Bye-bye. 8 seconds until Roche. It's not going to come quickly enough. He gets the Tendrils of the Deep. 4, 3, 2. Waiting for that Ravage. It's back up in a second. Does he
gets
drop
it up?
Yes! Can they bring him down afterwards, though? Emo is still so strong. It doesn't look like it's quite going to be enough. They don't have the damage.
IG needs to run.
Spectre gone. Arrow, it connects onto the Techies. Now, Haunt should be back up again soon. They need to get out of here. Paulison controlled and going to get killed.
At least they only lose Paulison there. They do back out quickly. The Haunt's going to come in, though. Who's he going to go for? Does he get a bash? He does.
Oh, finds Irving. So with the ultis back up again at just the right moment, I mean, they've got Aegis on Mirana now. Not the best thing in the world, but...
It's more about just denying it away from a Morph, right? So now they
hold their own up on the top side of the map.
Ooh, this Hawk. It's right on top of them.
Everybody. That's an Aegis carrier, though.
That is very true. Flyby, they kind of get the Silver Edge hit onto him.
And they jump all in, trying to bring him down, but Ego finds the backline, wanted to get one. They've already killed the Tidehunter with that Silver Edge. And
now the roar.
Ego, okay, now the chase forward. Does he have another round of it? Felix Chauba tries to stop it. Manta, jump away. Avatos from Alacrity, and XCJ doing the damage. Not quite enough with that ulti.
Snowball.
Ego, he's actually Snowball himself now? No, he goes down. They get that kill. Felix Chauba trying to get Irving. Dust down low 2 with both carries dead. Alacrity can go for another jump, but he is getting that Blink Dagger broken. Oh, just barely out of range. So 2 for 2, both carries and off lanes dying.
He got the snowball onto Emo, but then I think when he came out, he didn't get the attribute shift off immediately and does get focused onto that Morphling. A decent attempt for the save. Pretty close fight overall, but yeah, I think Knights is probably pretty happy. And you're seeing the Dust.
Avalanche?
He is so aggressive.
Oh, he didn't spot Alacrity. Gets punished. Okay.
There you go. But now Paulson. Oh.
Does he go down? Dodges away. Think about going in. It's only him and Disruptor alive. I think he can chase this guy.
He sure can. Alacrity's got... You can see how scared IG is right now, though. And Alacrity, he's on the hunt.
Underneath the ward, though. They're baiting this one. Gets the strength form off. Alacrity's in pretty far. Has the BKB for the runaway. Lotus Orb onto him. Dust there for the punch. Flyby has Ravage, but doesn't want to jump in. And in fact, they're going to find the Mirana here. So they get the kill onto her. A couple quick ones.
Maybe a little too aggressive there from Alacrity. Nice sentry placement.
Couple of different Hawks here. Right on top of it, ready to kill it if it spots. And there's the jump Ravage. It's only onto one, and the snowball save immediately there. Can they get him out, though? Irving pops the BKB, Dust runs away. They try and kill off the Disruptor, but he lives through it. Static Storm now down, so no follow-up at all from any of these heroes, but Irving's still in trouble. Emo hoping to get this kill. Can they bring down Ego? He will fall. So he's gone for 100 seconds, no buyback, and Emo might be able to just clean up, but no, Alacrity, the jump in,
Holy moly!
He's a triple kill. Chase is there, Dust in trouble, he falls. QI, does he go down too? It doesn't quite look like it. XCJ instead is gonna fall.
It's an expensive one for IG to win this fight, though. No, maybe not even like that much of a win, but it's expensive. They have to buy back on Dust. They're chasing forward without their Morph and Tusk. This is pretty crazy.
Mirana trying to get away. Greaves jumps, gets out, and now Flyby wanting to kill.
This is a very over-aggressive play, it feels like, from IG without their two cores.
Didn't get to the low ground, and the arrow's there. Shadow step in, Ego gets the kill. And yeah, IG, they just decide to run in with everybody.
Without the two damage dealers, that's really surprising that they go for this type of play when they see them respawning. And now Roche, it's back. Maybe IG felt desperate. Plays it smart on Ego. Hides himself now in the jungle. They know that they're hunting. This ward, it actually spots them. Uh-oh.
Danger.
They might get caught.
Yeah, Knights are running. Immediately head through all that area. The BKB used, and, well, now the ward drop down, though. Look at that ward. Do they get it off in time? No. Avalanche interrupts, so no Disruptor ulti. Waveform through. The BKB's already there from Evo. It's just to try and run away. They're hoping and desperately wanting to escape, but there is no escape from this. A triple kill for Ego, and that should probably be a pretty strong push up to this high ground, as they're going through back toward...
I don't think they have the damage to really focus fire this. And if they do, Tiny will thrive.
Oh my god.
He saw it coming.
He knew immediately there. Dust in trouble, rooted for a very long time. Ego under control. Dust trying to run. Where's the Disruptor ulti? They don't quite have enough damage. They drop it finally now onto that Spectre, just tickling him, doing absolutely nothing. As the stun is there onto 2, but they turn their sights onto Emo. The Morphling just has to waveform away as Knights triumphantly going to head back, take down these tier 4 towers. They're going to close out game number 1 with a victory. Really impressive performance.
Yeah, really. Overall game very close for the majority of it, but then you could quickly see that Knights pulling away with their multiple carries, it kind of comes down to, right? Tiny picking up that route. They're going to try to hold with one more fight.
Alacrity, he's starting to hit. Get taken down by Emo, but the bash is there. The Ava, the toss, and eventually will go down. Emo, no chances. GG is called. Paulson, maybe gonna look for one more snipe, but that's gonna be about it.
Fun game though, overall. Really cool, aggressive plays coming out. Definitely you start to see that the Tusk starts to really fall behind, and the Tiny just starts to scale immensely. I really like that when I haven't seen this now a lot of these times, these dual cores from these Chinese teams. We saw yesterday the Sniper and Morphling when he was into like the Doom and stuff, and you could really see they're doing it for a reason. The greed is good, and it's been working out a lot of times here.
Totally. Yeah, I was really impressed. I think the other thing that I want to watch for is it feels like there's been more and more of an emphasis on like securing that vision.
Yeah.
Getting it down. I thought the Beastmaster was gonna like be the big hit that they needed it to. Well, we'll be looking for that one indeed. And up top, XCJ facing off against Paulson. Tree Phoenix sometimes fit really well together, but also can be an interesting dynamic when they're facing off against each other in the lane. And, well, there it is.
They find it. They get the level 2 first.
There it is.
Yeah, they've got crazy burst. And so many mangoes to work with, too, so they're going to be able to constantly pose this threat down here. I really like this. Looking for him.
Yeah, They should still be okay here. Gonna go and get that D ward in a moment.
He's getting pinged. They're starting to move the SF over, it looked like, but Irving does a good job of zoning him away.
Okay. Yeah, Spirit Siphon push back. Actually, underneath tower.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Misses the raise, and now Ego in trouble. The tower shots, though, the tree armor wasn't there. Not enough. They will dive underneath, though, and Felix Chauba picks up the kill.
Ooh, I think Ego maybe just didn't notice at first. Immediately, the DP was right on top of him getting it, and Irving, a great job chasing forward.
Paulson can't get him with the lift there from the Rubik. But that was a DD picked up now for the Pango.
Irving, he's sticking around a bit too long.
Yeah, and the roll comes in. The little death zone right here, right by the side of the wall there, and they find an easy pick off onto the Death Prophet.
Surprised how far he stayed up.
It was just not really top of it there. Paulson might have gotten a courier snipe there. Does indeed get it.
Okay.
Does he get punished though? Couple raises, one more punch, hopes to escape, but won't happen.
Oh, I mean, Ego's happy about that. I'm sure the Knights is very happy with the last few moments of sequences. Feels like to the moves that come out. So we'll see. I'm also worried because they are pretty fragile when you look at their heroes, right? And there's a lot of burst damage that there is on this side of Knights. His top.
Irving
goes in no man's land.
Spirit Siphon onto 2. Ego. They turn on to him.
He exoed!
What?
What? Oh no.
I don't even know.
Oh my, that is devastating.
I don't even know. Walrus punch, arrows out.
Oof. I mean, that's going to be really painful. Now they can't actually put emphasis onto mid to try to pressure. And yeah, that means Centaur Blink Dagger is going to be coming out.
If they can manage to dodge, try and stall out the game a little bit, things look good, but this is an absolute Merc squad coming together. They see Emo right up front and center, looking for the jump. The Stampede is there, and
nice
the crew's coming in to save. Okay, a chance for a turn, but the roll, back and forth it goes. It's enough for the kill on the Terrorblade. That one hurts. Dust is already gone. They lose the Centaur, but Paulison, as he does manage to get the dive away, I mean, at least they got the Centaur.
At least
a good
they
snowball
did.
save.
Yeah, but they both lose.
Every minute that goes by, Paulison trying to stop this push from happening. Ego there finally gets hit. They get a lift. Dust. That's the Blink Dagger reveal. Shards are there. This is really good. Up on the high ground, the egg. They can't quite take it out in time. Looks Chauba gonna get caught, gonna get killed. Oh, that was a huge win for IG.
Felix trapped him. There was double shards, and the SF stuck in them both. He actually kind of griefs his carry. Oh no, definitely not what he wanted there. Great positioning there from Paulison with that egg though.
Alacrity now maybe in trouble too. The silence came through and time arrow out. And Alacrity, he's in trouble. IG, we didn't think they had a chance to fight, but the Blink Dagger from Tusk completely turned it around. And now Exo mid-tier 1 tower's gone.
Very nice. Finally able to find themselves a spot in this game with that move.
Can they get Roche?
Maybe piercing disables and even like so much minus armor, right? The lucky shot plus his aura. He's going to be able to shred most of these, except the TB. He's going to shred these heroes.
They jump onto him first. Snowball there, down to about a third HP. They get the save, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Flyby during the damage, and he's going to be able to get the kill. Ego there, pops the BKB. Phoenix ulti is down. Force Staff keeping him a little bit away. Alacrity comes into play intercept, but the BKB after the overgrowth means they can go in for another round of this, and now he's stuck. Alacrity in trouble, a couple more hits. He gets the bash, but Tusk right on top finds the kill.
There we go. Dust now, he heard us. Gets in a beautiful jump in. They get a nice initiation onto the Centaur, a little over-aggressive, and they find their footing.
So for it, gets the DD. They're going to try and take it Knights. They need to come in and contest.
Yep.
No roll, though. Not available. Used earlier. So really hard to fight this one.
No BKB on Emo, though. He has to be so careful.
Ego, dodge. Ego pops the ulti, connects onto 1. Do they have enough damage to bring him down in time? They do! Terrorblade gone. Nothing doing. God. Dust is out of here. And look at them. The DP is just going to get shredded. They find themselves 3 on the SF.
Wow, you see how hard he hit them all, especially that Tusk, I think was lucky shotted. He went for a snowball.
Oh, he balled back!
Oh no, Dust!
He's got to run.
Is he able to get away?
He's trying to get out of there, but they're keeping the damage. He's in trouble, and the Centaur there to stomp him out. Oh, the dieback hurts so bad.
I mean, that's game, honestly. That feels like it's just GG after that. that was a devastating one. They felt forced, right? Because they used the meta. They've been so good about bailing him out with these force stabs and lifts. So it seems like he's always fine.
And you talked about that double armor. It's really coming into play right here. Irving, that BKB, wants to do what he can. SF still taking damage, but XCJ jumps in. They're going to pop the ulti, turn, immediately blow up Dust. Emo tries to get out of their reflection. Going to do another round of breaking the server. Can they do anything here at all? Again, it just doesn't really feel like IG have the control. They need the big stomp in. Ego with the double kill, barely getting out there as Marana. And Emo in trouble, gonna get stunned, gonna get brought down.
That's
GG called. Knights with the 2-0 over IG.
They are looking, I'm really liking this team. I didn't really think that they were gonna look this good coming into the DPC, but I'm liking their drafting style. I love the way that they're playing with like their defensive plays. These force stabs are so fast, and they know when to play aggressive, they know when to play defensive.